With someone with super fine, super thin hair, sometimes it's fun to mix it up a little bit. So today, I'm going to show you how I go from this to this. Do it again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take two. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary, I'm 50 years old, and I love experimenting with devices, products, methods, anything that's going to help me look as young as I feel. If you're new here and you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up and also hit that notification bell so you know when new videos are uploaded, which happens every Friday. This video idea actually came from you guys. It actually came from a couple of you guys. You'd noticed that my hair has changed a little bit over the past month or so, and a number of people had said, gosh, how do you get those waves? So I figured, why not do a video about it today? Help me get ready for work and everything, so off we go. Okay, I gotta do a general disclaimer here. I'm the least capable person when it comes to doing hair. It's something I've always loved to do, and even since I was a super small girl, I experimented with stuff all the time. I've had every perm, every bad perm you could possibly imagine in the 70s, and mostly in the 70s. I've had hot rollers, I've had curlers, I've had crimpers, I've done it all. But I have to say, I don't think I've done it with huge success. But gosh, you know, gotta keep on trying. So about a month or so ago, I was straightening up my daughter's room and I came across a curling iron, kind of a kit that I'd gotten her for, I don't know, it was her 12th birthday or Christmas or whatever. And I figured, why not give this guy a go? So my hair is in a really awkward phase. You know, we're still in lockdown here. It's May 2021. The salons are not open yet, and my hair has just grown. If you go back and look at some videos from this time last year, it was super, super short. So it's at this really annoying in-between stage where it's just sitting here. Now, I'm gonna let it grow for a bit, because sure, why not? I've never had it really long before, so I'm gonna let it keep going, but it's annoying to me. So it turns out the little Beachy waves that you can get from these curling irons are a great solution because it kind of shortens everything up. So I sat down one day, I think I put it on Instagram at the end of March, and I just kind of gave it a try. I watched one or two YouTube videos because I'd never done it before, just to kind of try to get the hang of it, and it turned out okay. So how I prepped my hair. I've already shampooed, conditioned my hair using Uniq's Boldplex range. I have also put in, from the same range, it's a heat protectant SOS humidity spray. So that's, you know, make sure that there's no flyaways and whatnot, and protects my hair when I'm drying. And then I went in with my favorite hair dryer in the whole wide world, which is my Revlon one-step professional hair dryer and volumizer. And if you guys don't know about this, I will put a video here and I will link it down below that you should check it out, because this is just a lifesaver when it comes to drying my hair. Okay, so all that stuff is done. And there are a couple of things that you need in order to progress, and there's very little actually. So one is, I have two different kinds of clips just because of how I separate my hair when I do it. Okay, so you're gonna need a curling iron or a curling wand, and this is the one that I use. This is my daughter's, the BaByliss multi-style, and it comes with all these different attachments. You can crimp, you can straighten, you can curl, it gives super curls, all sorts of stuff. This is sort of the basic curl. I don't even know how big it is. It's probably a ½ inch, couldn't say. And I've left that on now, and it's been heating up for about 5 or 10 minutes. It's also handy to have a comb to hand, just in case you need to comb through the hair. That's pretty much all you need. So I do have to say, this is not an exact science. I'm pretty haphazard with it, and I need to warn you that I could muck it up somewhere in the middle and have to redo things. It's just the way it goes. It's not perfect, but I'm okay with that. If we get just a little bit of curl that lasts throughout the day, I'm happy out. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is separate my hair into two sections. So I just kind of do a half a head at a time. So I'm taking this clip and putting it behind my hair just to keep this out of the way. And then I'm gonna take this and I sort of tend to do it in thirds. So I've just sectioned it off a little bit, put it up on the top of my head. So I'm left with this section to start with. The main thing to note is when I do this in sections, I keep the thing vertical. I keep this up and down as opposed to going side to side, and I'm trying to wrap it around the barrel. The other thing is I change the direction every time I do it. So I'm starting in the back, and my curls were gonna go backwards first, then the next section will come forwards. And it's just so it gives a slightly different bit of direction and different bit of movement. Now, like I said, this is not by any means, I'm looking at a mirror down here, an exact science at all. So I'm starting this here, and I'm turning it, I don't know if you can see. I haven't gone all the way down to the bottom section, which I cannot see now. I'm gonna bring it down in a second, so I'm starting to kind of curl at the top close to the scalp without burning myself. And I hold it there for maybe 5, 6, 7 seconds, depending on how much hair is in there. And then what I'm gonna do is release it a little bit, and I'm gonna move it down to capture the stuff at the bottom. but I always leave a little bit of a tail so it kind of has a kick at the end. So I try to keep the curls out of the way so they don't bother them anymore. Now this one I'm going to turn it towards my head, so you can see that this little notch goes behind it now, and I'm going to turn it towards my head. Okay. You can see how the barrel's up and down. It has the little tail sticking out. And after about 7 or 8 seconds, I'm going to move it down to capture more of the tail inside of it. And then I release it down. And then this section, I'm going to go backwards, because I think having it move off of my face at all the parts that frame my face just gives it a softer look. You can see the tail is still down here. And release. See? Missed a little piece there. I'll go back in and do that when it's teeny tiny, do it on its own. Can't capture it. That worked just fine. Okay. Next we're going to go in with the next bit. Take about 1/3 of it. Put this up. Okay. The hardest part is trying to capture it without getting the previous curl. Not easy to do. If you grab a little bit of extra stuff, so be it. Okay, and this one I'm going to curl backwards. A lot of waiting in this. Okay. Okay, this part I'm going to bring towards my face. Reverse it. Sometimes it falls out, that's okay. It actually will just, strangely enough, deliver a better curl. So don't worry about it. Okay. No problem. And then this one is going to go backwards, away from my face. Lovely. Straighten myself up. And then the last section here. From my face. And the last section backwards. I do like to go as close to sort of the top of my head as I can so that all the curls aren't down here. I've seen people do it different ways, but I'm finding that this just gives me the better results. It's a little harder to capture it all in the barrel, but it seems to work just fine for me. Okay, so that's one side. So now I'm going to tackle the second side the same way. Okay, so that was that. I do like to look and make sure kind of in mirrors if I didn't miss any little places, which happens all the time. This is not an exact science. As you can see, I'm just kind of grabbing pieces and throw it in the thing. But this is what it looks like. I don't touch it for a few minutes because now this side's probably cooled down, but I like it to kind of cool before I start messing with it. It's very ringletty right now, but what I like is that over the course of the day, it's going to start to relax. So I just wait a couple of minutes, and then I pretty much just run my fingers through it to kind of loosen up the chunky bits. Now, a lot of people at this stage will put product in their hair, and I just don't like to use a lot of product in my hair, full stop. So I like a heat protectant spray. I haven't been using styling stuff of any kind of late because my hair has been feeling really, really dry, and I think it's from color, it's just from all the meanness I do, including this stuff right here. But I'm just trying to put a lot of less stuff and do mostly conditioning jobs to it. So that's what it looks like. Now this right now, it is about 8:15 in the morning. So what I'm gonna do is just check in at 2 periods throughout the day so you can see how the curls maintain, or don't for that matter, without any product in it. Now my hair in general is quite slippery. It doesn't hold curl well at all, and particularly since it's freshly washed and conditioned, it's particularly slippery. But this is a good starting point because I know it's going to relax throughout the day. Some people have a method is they kind of pull the curls right when they're done to kind of pull them down and to relax them a bit. I don't. I go bouncy at the beginning, and then you can see by the end of the day how this is settled. But that's it. That's my Beachy wavy, super simple. You do not have to be an expert. I enjoy this. I do it a few times a week because it gets the hair off of my neck, so I'm probably doing it more than I should. And I think this would be particularly good for those who don't shampoo every day. If you're one of those people that doesn't like to wash your hair 7 days a week and you're looking for something to get you through, I think this is great because it's very forgiving. You can't really see the roots. My roots tend to be quite dry at the moment, and it kind of takes away from that. So it's a really good, it probably takes about 15 minutes. I'm gonna see if I can figure out by looking back at the video how long that actually took. It didn't occur to me to time it, which I should have done. But I will check back with you guys and see how it wears through the day. Hi guys, I'm just doing a midday check-in. It is now just a little bit before 2 o'clock, so it's been about 6.5 hours since we first recorded when the curls were freshly done. So, 6.5 hours later, not looking so bad. So it has started to fall a bit, but that's kind of what I want and I expected it. But there's still a fair amount of curl going on here. It's bouncy, it's in great shape, so happy out. Gonna keep on going. See you after work. Hey guys, okay, it is now 6 p.m. and I've had these curls in for, I guess, about 10 hours nearly. I don't know, what do you think? I think it looks great. I like them when they fall in a bit more, but sure, there's still a ton of curl there, and for not having put anything in my hair at all in order to maintain those curls, I think this is looking the business. So I'm actually a lot happier with it hours later than I am early on, but it feels bouncy, it feels healthy, it's got some bit of movement to it because my hair is very straight at the moment and kind of flat and bleh. So this is a good way to kind of shake it up. So I'm loving it. And now you can see how it works. So I hope you enjoyed that video, I really do. And if you have any comments or suggestions or recommendations or anything at all on this topic, please put that down in the comments below. And if there are any other tutorials or any other thing that you guys are interested in, let me know, because I'm always looking for new ideas, and it's always fun to play with this stuff anyway. So thanks for joining me today, and I do hope if you like the video, you'll give me a thumbs up, and I'm going to say it again, subscribe if you haven't, and hopefully we will see you next week. Thanks, bye. And this is the BaByliss, I don't know how to pronounce that. It was called their It is called the BaByliss, multi-style. Okay, do that again.